Much, Shrai. Good evening, everybody. From anywhere you're listening from. So, as we all know, this evening we'll be talking about technical analysis, but most especially, for us to do analysis, we need tools like TradingView, which will be what will be centered on this evening. So, one of the tools that are very essential for crypto trading. So most especially that you can use that will work well with your Royal Q robot. So we are going to talk about how you can set up your trading view. So even though I have my trading view already from my phone, but see this evening we'll be using the trading view from our phone, since most of us are it's very like it's better that we talk about it how we can use the trading view from our phone because most of us use our phones. So if you have your prospect that is not here that you would like to know how but probably they are newbies, so you want them to know how to use trading view on their phone or on their laptops. So you just invite them and then they are here so that I don't miss the class. So I have TradingView on my phone before and I've been using it. So because of this section, I'll probably have to like uninstall it and install it as a new one, new account, so as I can show how it's been done. So then we'll walk through how all of the functions have been used on TradingView from our phone. I'll be sharing my screen right now. So can we all see my screen?
Yes, please. We can see.
Okay. So this one is the one already on my phone, but since I'll be showing you guys on how it's been done, so I'll have to like uninstall it and go to the Play Store. That's probably for anybody who's using Android. You go to Play Store. For those of us who are using iPhone, so we can go to our Apple Store. So in my own case here, I'm using the Apple Store, so I'll just uninstall it from here. I move the app and I think of recent, TradingView just updated and then they added new features on it. So it's a good one already. So I'll come here and I'll search for TradingView. So now you see it brought up this one, this an ad. So since I already installed it before, it's showing this sign here. So I'll just reinstall it. So now that I've just downloaded TradingView, I'll open it. So now it says I continue with Apple. So like this, I believe if you continue like this, even though it's showing my name and stuff like that, it's going to create an anonymous email account. But using my account is to generate another email. So to keep my email private. But even if it's also, I think on Android, it's the same process, it's the same procedure. I can decide to just use the same email from my Android, so it's the same procedure. So here now, since I did this, since I'm already using the TradingView already, so it just logged in with my former details. So it's still the same thing. You just put your email on it, and then it logs you in. If so, on your own case, you might see it to say sign up, but this one is actually logged me in. So now it's asking me now to like allow notification I would recommend that you allow the notification, because like this, if you have pairs that you like put here, I'll remove all of this so as to I think there is no need. I'll just show us how to add more pairs to it, because here you see from this red list we have Solana USDT, BTC USDT, we have BNB USDT, Ethereum BSDT USDT, which is ETH. We have Doge USDT, which is another coin. We have ADA USDT, and then which is Cardano, and then we have SRP USDT, right? So now the only thing that you can note from here is that here it's written under BTC and Nutrition Perpetual, but for in our own case, we are trading the spot market. So for example, before we even get to all these stages here, I will still take us to the home page so that I can show us how these things work. But this is where you create like a list of coins that you are monitoring from your trading view, in which you say, okay, me as a trader, I want to be disciplined and I want to have like a list of coins that I want to be trading. So I don't want to be trading the old coins, because I believe those coins are the coins that are doing well in the market, or the projects that I believe in. So and this is how you can generate signals for yourself and make quick decision. So as a disciplined trader, you want to have a list of coins in which you are monitoring. So for beginners, what I would recommend is you have like at least a minimum of the smaller the number is, the better it is, right? It's just as if like if you were to be monitoring something and you have like let me make an example with business, right? You have a shop, you have shops, right? This is the type of example that mostly most of our leaders give, right? Opening a business. So if you have like one, two, three, four, five shops, and then you have to monitor what's the sales in this shop. So if you know that you have like a provision shop, and you know that you sell like biscuits, you sell different products in the store. So this is how you keep track. Now you say, okay, this is the list of the items that I'm selling. So which are the ones that are making more sales? So now I can in our own case now that we are trading, that what we are trading are digital assets. This is our list of products, right? Assets that we are trading. So you say, okay, I think Solana, because one of the factors that I want to consider for me to choose Solana is that because it has a lot of volume, so it has a lot of cash inflow that is going into this asset. So for this reason, is a good trade for me. And for you to another thing you want to also consider, right? uh, the one of the key factors that you want to consider is the volume, right? Which we are going to get deep down in later on. For now, it's just to walk through and how you can create a list and the things you need to consider for you to like pick the list, the right list. So here you can create different lists. These are just lists for crypto asset because we are trading crypto. But on this trading view here, you can trade different type of asset. But we are crypto traders and we trade the spot market where you don't lose asset. You are trading an asset in which you actually own. It's just as if you are buying a stock, right? And you are owning that stock, right? Even though this asset, I'll make an example with BTC here. We can see from our chart here that BTC is going down, is actually down 3.04%, which is around $3,000. Just imagine 3% being $3,000. So now, and we have other assets as well. Almost BNB is almost doing the same percentage in down movement, and the reason why the 3% of these assets, like there's no much movement right down or volatility in this. The higher the volume of an asset, like the market capitalization, the lower the lower it is that this asset moves, right? So which means it makes this asset very valid. So it makes the asset very good for trading, and you cannot like even though you are losing on the trade, it's less volatile now. It's not like it's not volatile, but it's less volatile. So now, if you see here, SRP is losing 6% and is actually losing less than $1, which is around 117 cents if you are approximate everything, right? So these are my top assets, but then that doesn't mean that if I see other pair or coins aside from this list, that I cannot actually trade them, right? So now I can make money from those, right? But I have the ones that are fixed. So now if I want to add to this list, I just click on this button down here. I say add symbol, and here you can see these are other assets. Those are not crypto pairs, right? I can now decide to type a crypto asset here. So for example, one of the coin that I think is trending right now is Trump USDT. So now here, look at what's happening here. Since I type Trump now, you can see it's bringing at this right side here. It's right Binance. This is the exchange, right? Trump here, that is the asset we are trying to trade, and is paired with US dollar. And there's a T in the front of it, which is standing for Tether, which is token, USDT token. So it's the same thing with the US dollar, but just that in the crypto form. So now you have a plus sign in the front of it, which is indicating where you can add it now to the list. So now you can also see that it's written beneath it, spot crypto, which means is this one is the right one for you to add, which is the spot market, right? So now you want to look at what is it the right exchange that you are picking, because depending on the exchange, there might be a slight uh, spread difference in spread. So it's just as if trader A is trading in one exchange, for example, Kraken, or and the other trader is trading in Binance, but the capital they are using are different. So now, if Trump as an asset, right, is trading in this exchange A, which is Binance, and exchange B, which is Kraken, or uh, any other exchange, the volume that the traders or the banks or the institutions are putting in into that exchange are different. So there will be this little bit of spread, difference in spread. Spread just means the difference in price. So now, which means we want to consider that, okay, now we have Binance. So if our exchange that we are trading with is Binance, you select Binance. If it's not, you check which exchange is it. Here you can also see that there is Bybit, but the difference between this Bybit and Binance here is that this one is actually perpetual, which is futures market. You don't want to choose this. You don't want to make this mistake. You want to choose the first one if it's Binance. So now you select Binance, and now it's on the list. So if we go back now and check, you will see from here that we actually added it to our list here. So here we have this drop down menu here. So we have red list, and here we have watch list. So I actually have two lists here. I can create different lists. So now I can create this plus here, and here you see if you want to create multiple lists, it's telling you now that you have to be there's a subscription that you have to do. So which means you can even try 30 days. You have 30-day free trial. You can create different lists and then you name them. You can say, okay, this I want to create for this list for crypto asset, this list for stocks, this list. But in our own case, we are just reading crypto. So one list is okay. So just for the free version, you can even create two lists. So which make it perfect. You don't even need the premium feature of Tradingview for you to do this. So we go back. So here, for you to create the different list, you use this plus sign up here and you create the list. So this drop down button here, use it to create the list. Here to add the assets, sorry. And also at the downside here it says add symbol, these two buttons, the down one and this upper one at your right, at the right side. So then You come back here, you go to the chart, and this is the BTC perpetual contract, but this is not what we want to be looking at. We want to look for BTC spot. And it's the first one, and this one is a spot, but this is Bitstamp. You want to look for Binance. So Binance is actually here. Then we'll pick it. This is actually added to the. I want to click on it. I don't want to click the plus. If you click the plus sign, it adds it to the list. But if I click on it, it opens the charts. So now from this chart here, we can see that we have BTC here. So let's just use BTC as our example for the walkthrough. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, please, we are
Hello.
hearing you.
Okay. So here on our right side here, we can use this side button here to zoom in and out. So we drag it, we can use our two fingers to pitch it out. And if you actually put it in, it drags your chart in and out. So there is also this sign here. There is this rating here that is down here, A and L. I'll show you what this does to our chart. So if I expand this chart here, and I want to have flexibility on my chart to not be moving around too much, I widen the chart like this by dragging it out. Then I expand using my two fingers to pitch the screen. And then I click on this A to expand to moderate the chart. And then I use this L so that whenever I'm zooming out, it actually stays in a position. So it gives me flexibility and I can see what I'm doing. Right. So here in my left hand side, I have the different tools that I'm using for to analyze. Here we have the list of we have different tools here. We have also trend line, which is this, and those ones are the ones that I added to the favorite, right? So here, down here, I can favorite them myself by adding them. So we have down here the name of the pair that we are trading, which is BTC, and we have our time here. So here I would once I click on here and I hold it down, it tells me to remove it from favorite. But if I pinch it down, I can add it to my favorite. So 5 minutes is added to my favorite. 30 minutes is added to my favorite. So what are actually this number for the new people that are here that will be asking what is actually this? So for me to explain better, you see this our chart here that we are using to trade to analyze the crypto market, in this case BTC, it has different time frame, right? And depending on the time frame that you are trading on, that is how fast are the assets are moving. So imagine we now that are trading every day, we refer to ourselves as day traders, right? And we have different type of traders. We have people who trade daily. We have people who swing trade, and we have people also who scalp. So the people who scalp are the people we refer to as people who go in and out of a trade. We can also refer to ourselves who are using a Royal Q robot to trade as scalpers, because why? Our robot actually trades every now and then. So it trades, it buy and sells in and out. So now imagine that you are looking for a time frame. So now, since we are talking about time frame, you are looking for a perfect time, a perfect chart that you can use to analyze so you can get results quickly. You want to go for the smaller time frame, which in this case is 5 minutes here. For example, we have even the ones that are lower than that, seconds. We have minutes, we have hours, we have days, and we have uh, ranges, which we are not going to be talking about this. What we have to know is about these days, weekly, monthly charts, and all of this. But we won't even go up to this extent. But you should know that we have different time frame, and then here you can. These are the intervals. So you want to then pick the ones that you know that you are using that correlates well with your analysis. But since that we will be teaching us here in this class, in this section, top-down analysis. What is top-down analysis? Top-down analysis means the ability to analyze charts from the higher time frame to the lowest time frame in a way that it's easy for us to identify the trend of the market, which means if we are able to identify the trend of the market, we can make quick decision and better decision as a trader and to know where the market movement is going. And there is no trader in the world that knows the direction of the market. We more of are predicting what market is likely to do based on sentiment, based on fundamental analysis, which is the news, and based on what we are seeing in on the chart, like what's the volume, what's like what our RSI is saying, and all of this stuff. So combination of different factors would actually make us make better decisions as traders. So uh, if you attend this class and other classes as well, combined together, I believe before this year or before 6 months, you will be a better trader and you'll be making and you will know how to analyze the market. You will know how to instruct your robot better because why? If you actually build a strategy, right, around Royal Q and you as a person, when it comes to trading you have to have a strategy, right? I know that one person we have a strategy on our Royal Q platform, which we are using, which is the Matinga. Someone actually invented that. So if you even mastered Matinga on its own, this is a strategy. You can master different. Now imagine that you can create your own strategy that suits you by taking a little from maybe Matinga strategy, which exists already, take from this other one and then you try it out and it works for you and it's making you a lot of money. Now that's your own strategy. So now you can, based on that your strategy now that you've generated, you can now instruct your robot to do that. And now it's now as if the robot you rented is not wasted now. The sales person that you rented now that will be managing your money, your funds, now can actually be using a system you yourself as a trader has instructed it to be using. So now let's come back to us. Talking about time frame, here I favorite 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, and 1 day. So now for you to do that, for you to favorite it, I said before, you click on it and you just click remove as favorite and it's not there. Now if you want to add it, you click on it and you add it. The same thing you do with the other time frame as well. So this about time frame. So here we have these other tools here, right? Which I can move around with them. We have trend line here, which the last section we talked about how these things are being used. But today we were actually talking about to say, okay, let's just start from the beginning so that we can show us how all of these things work and how you can create these things, the trading view itself. So here, if I come to this menu, you see here, it's telling me to restore everything. So we don't want to do that. You see here it creates it says calendar for you to create like events and all of it. Here you can actually go here and check news about cryptocurrency. Here it will give you the general news, but here with this drop down menu here, you can click on it and say, okay, you select the region that you are, different regions that are present here, and it give you news based on those places, which means you can even have news from TradingView that are happening based on, okay, this is stocks, right? So top stories can get news from here also, right? On currencies, on stocks, on all of these ETFs and all, and you can click all here also. So here subscriptions and all of it. So you see the different subscriptions that are here. You can actually, we are using the free version here now, but you don't need all the subscriptions here. The people that are more professionals and stuff like that, they can go for the paid version. But for we, even only the free one is enough. So here you have the news, you have your own personal details here that you can edit, put your picture if you like. And then another feature on TradingView is you can publish articles, like you can publish your own strategy. People can follow you, you can follow people and see their analysis and all of it. So here also you can check your watch list. Here you can put it to like light or dark mode. So depending on if you are in daylight and you want to buy seeing what you are doing, you just come to this area here. You go to the menu, you come to the settings, and you put it now. Since it's night, I'll put it back in dark mode. And then system team and all of it, it depends. You can switch it. You can switch it and not use any of it. So here you come to the charts. Remember the last open chart on the device and all of it. So all these functionalities here. Here you can change the language. So to your preferred language. Mine is in English right now. So you can also come here to delete the account if you want. Here you can also set notifications and all of it. So let's go back to like explore. Explore here, you can see market overview. Here, you see when it comes to like stocks, when I was telling you about crypto the other time, you see here, when you come to the explore, you come to the crypto area here, and it shows you everything about crypto asset and the news that are beneath it. And you can check all the assets, you can see their market capitalization and rankings over here. There's another tool that we are going to talk about, but that will be for the next section that we can use as a trader to get the performance and also how the crypto pairs what they are doing on their rankings. So I would recommend a special tool, but I won't be talking about. I can just tell us the name so that we can maybe probably download it. So by the time we want to talk about it, we can know. So like the coin market cap. So it's another tool that we are going to be using to always make better decisions in the market. So here, since we are talking about crypto, we just want to talk about crypto. So now I believe, for the walkthrough, we talked about all of the things. So for us to see this chart better, I think we should go back and switch this to like light mode. So we come up here on this button that is like circle on the top right. So we come here, we'll switch the mode to like light mode, so it's more visible. So we come to the chart. Here now, we can drag our chart all around like we want, expand it. So now, let's use, for example, here, another thing I can do is when I come here, I switch off this so that my chart, I can switch it like this, and it's even more flexible. I put this aside here. When I turn my phone like this, I can actually like it's like we used to see in my academy. We see trading. When you love what you are doing, me, the way I see trading is just like a game. So we love to like gamify the process. So it's fun. Whenever I'm here, it's just as if I'm playing a video game or something. So here now, for us to analyze this chart, let's just do a little simple things with these tools that are here already. So I can start to show us each tool here, what they are for. So this here is our measure tool. What is the measure tool? No, this to measure our profit and loss. So now imagine I say, okay, the price is here, and I want to take profit from here, and I want to take profit. Now this is for incoming. Just a sec. We are not using those tools yet, but I just want to show you what they are standing for. So I zoom in my chart here. Our price is around 95,312. So we see the price from our right hand side here. This one that is indicating the red that is in red, that is 95,326 at the moment. That is the current price. And we can also call this, those are crypto terminologies. So pardon me if you are a newbie. Uh, here, this price that is moving right now that is changing in red, that is the market price, the current price of the market of BTC. So the price up here, when you scroll it down, that is the price is going upward and going downward from the 92,000, 89,000. Those are the price downward. So price can move either up or downward. So now if I zoom out for us to see what we are doing, and I want to, for example, measure, uh, take my profit at around 98,000. I use the price, uh, I use this take profit tool here to like say, okay, from here to this place, 98,000 we said. So I want to take my profit here. And what I just do is that, okay, now what I want to be risking is, this is 3:1 risk ratio, RR. So I want to be risking one to make 3 times of what I'm risking. So now we'll get to all of that. But just to show you that this is what we use, for example. So since we are trading spot, we are not actually risking anything. Attention. So what, as a spot trader, what we do is that, okay, now you say I have a capital of $100, right? And I want to make, if I want to use $10 to from this my capital to trade, and I'm a day trader. No, for example, I'm a day trader, but a scalper in the sense that I trade every now and then, right? And if I have to be trading, I want to automate it using Royal Q. But then any trade I want to take, I want to make sure I'm able to like analyze the market in the morning so as to have to know more of what is going to happen, right? So it's just as if I'm having a shop, I have my salesperson, I've bought the right product, and I've also do the list of the pricing for my products. So I know how much I bought it for. That is how you as an entrepreneur, you want to manage your business, right? You say, okay, the level of me, the ability of me to like market my products, know keeping good list record of my trade, doing analysis, which means like organizing my product, knowing how much I bought for, knowing how much I'm going to sell for. So now, and if my other like competitors around me, if they are selling in different prices, what should I be selling for? Should I leave it at the same price that I so when should I be buying? When should I be getting in? When should I be getting out? You understand? So as to not like maybe if the rest are making they are selling off quickly, I'm left behind. So for example, now since I put these two here now, right, and see actually that Bitcoin has dropped below the amount that I put the two in. So right, so it's not like we are going to lose the money that we are trading with the $10 that I made example with. And now imagine that I bought from here now and the price moved downward. Now it's moving back upward, right? And you can if we can see from our screen that BTC 5 minutes, we're in the 5 minutes time frame, and the market is actually moving fast here, right? So now this is different from if we go to like 30 minutes, the movement will be slower because it's in 10 minutes, which means I will get deep down into it why these time frames matters and why the differences and what are the differences between them. Why is it better for us to trade in a lower time frame? Why should we do top down analysis? What time frame is best for us to trade in, and so on and so forth. So the waiting time is different actually. So if you are trading and you are ever seeing your trade being in stop loss, I say stop loss in floating loss, right? What is this is actually what is happening back end, right? If you want to know deep down what is happening with each of your pairs, right? Now imagine that leader OBM, for example, was a trader, is trading with a big capital, right? And you that you are trading with $100, for example, or leader George that is trading with another big capital again, or leader Ocean that is trading with big capital, or leader Samsung, or leader KK Success. Now they are all trading with different capitals, right? And their trades, right, depending on their capital, it has the way that it affects the market. So now imagine that I'm just making an example with them. Now imagine the institutions as well. So if they are putting in money, so the volume of the market now is much. So if leader A, what's it called? Trader A is trading with $5 million, for example. That institution now is trading with $5 billion. Imagine what will be happening in the market. They tend to drive the market volatility. So which means you that you are now trading with your small capital, little $100 or $1,000. If you are trading that time that they are trading, you will be making money because the market will be moving in your direction. No, so now if you have the ability now to like know the coin that you should be trading at the time you should be trading them and what is the trend. So for you to know the trend of the market, you have to know how to analyze. And if you know how to analyze, you know when to be buying. Because if you buy at the wrong time that you are not supposed to buy, your waiting time now will be longer. You understand? But if you buy at the right time, knowing how to analyze, knowing sentimental analysis, knowing how to follow the trend, you will make better decision because why? You will be going in and out of the market as if you can even trade. Now imagine that you know how to do this analysis. You are one person, right? And you can make this trade individually just maybe maximum 5 times. So you now know how to do that. And as a good trader that open your shops in the morning, you do your analysis in the morning, and then you give your robot now the indication now, right? And it continues to do it for like 1 hour. Now count how many 5 minutes is in 1 hour. You see that if you were to be making even $1 in 5 minutes, now time multiply 5 times the amount of 5 minutes you get in an hour. That's a lot of money, right? Now imagine you can do that for 24 hours, which Royal Q can actually generate you all those results. So now if you were to be doing your analysis each hour of the day, which is not actually necessary, right? If you do your analysis well in the day before you go and you instruct the robot, there's higher probability that if the trace is going uptrend today, if BTC is going uptrend today, it might actually go for the whole day being uptrend, right? Because market moves in waves, right? Because the way Royal Q is built, right? Even though the market is falling, and you know that okay, today since I've done my analysis very well, I did top down analysis, from daily time frame, the market is not likely to move much from that your range that you did your analysis. If you are a good trader and you are a good analyst, you would know that today, since you've done your analysis, even though market has to move, it's going to move probably within that range of 10% in a day. Doing your analysis from top-down analysis, right? From the daily move. So now you know that okay, BTC today is going to move 10% or 20%. So now you study our range very well. You are able to instruct your robot to do that. Now see how much of money you are going to make from there. So this is just for these two, but this is not the proper way to use it. Don't get me wrong. I just use it to make an example for you. We are still going to get there. And all of these features here that you are seeing, see now, I click on this now, right? The whole thing we can do with this, I can change all these colors. I can say, okay, you see this, my stop loss thing. I want to turn it to another color. I can put green, but it's all confusing. Just leave it the way default, the way it is. Don't change. That's why I don't want to go deep down on it. But you can do a whole lot of things with it. You can come here, you can do a lot. So this for this, and you can see from the example I was giving you, the price is moving downward. Now imagine if this small move that this price chart just did here, this candles just did now. If you were to have entered this trade now, BTC actually moved some percent downward. The bot could have bought again if it was maybe, for example, a 1%. So now if you should move back upward now, it's buying another one, like it's making you another 1% in profit. You understand? So if your target was like 10%, it makes you 10% once it gets up here and then it closes. So that's for that. And here we have our arrow 2. Our arrow 2 is used for a specific function. I'll just show you how you can draw it on your chart, but then we'll get to use it later on when we are doing our analysis. Here we have our trend line, and you can use it to identify trend in the market. So just for example, if I was wanting to draw like this here now for an uptrend, I'll just likely to do this and draw it up here and say, okay, for me to mark an uptrend, this is uptrend, this is downtrend, right? I can drag my chart up down there and say, okay, if market is moving downward, I can mark it for me and say, okay, this is a downtrend. But for you to get a clearer picture of what I was trying to say is, these are our market here now. We cannot actually get the right movement, but from what we can see here, we can see that market from this range here, right? If we were to make a better example, we say, okay, from here, from this up, from up here to this place, market is moving downward. That's the downtrend. But this is not a perfect downtrend. We'll get to it and we'll draw a perfect charting. So uh, if we were to mark, let me turn this chart so that it's more interesting. We are not seeing anything here, but I promise to maybe probably from the next class we'll have materials in which we'll get to like touch a whole lot of things, because you see each candlestick here that you are seeing, we refer to this as candle. The green one is marking is the bullish candle, and the red one is the bearish candle, which is indicating the sell, and the green one is indicating the buy. So we'll get to talk about all of these things and how to read those candles. And if you see each candle, what they mean, how you can read them. So we'll talk about all of this in our upcoming Zoom meetings. So how we are hearing. If anybody has a question now, I want the class to be like a little bit more interactive. So if we are hearing me and anybody has probably like a question leader, I'll show you. I don't know if you want to see if anybody has a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can go ahead. If you have any question, you can
So
unmute yourself.
in between, before I move to another stuff, do anybody is anybody having any question?
You can use the chat box or
Okay,
and ask
let
your
me see.
question.
Let me see from the Zoom. Still want to share a little bit this screen before I leave this screen.
So
So
something is raising up.
someone is raising. I can't
Yes,
see
I
the
have
chat
a
box right
question.
now.
I have
Yeah,
a
okay,
question.
okay,
Yes,
come on.
I just wanted to say that I think it will be good when you want to touch those tools, you try to circle it so that we know the one you are touching.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Okay. I know how I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so if I ask, because from here the only tool I can use to be circling them will be if I'm screenshotting and deleting. Okay, no problem. So for example, if I come here, right, and then the trend line that I was talking about is this. This is our trend line. Can we see it? Oh, sorry. For the person that asked the
We
question
can see
just
it.
now,
Yes, we can see
okay,
it.
okay. So for us to have more flexibility, uh, thank you for calling my attention to that because I was thinking when I was using them that everybody can see it, but now that you call my attention to it, I'll just try to always like maybe screenshot and then use this tool from my phone to be circling them so that everybody can see it. So let me use a visible color to like be circling it so that um so this is trend line. Um, So this is trend line here. And for you to use trend line, I just have put trend line. If you see it, now let me use it from here. So for you to use your trend line, you want to zoom in. Since we are using our phone, it's a little bit not that comfortable, but I'll manage to show us what I'm trying to achieve here. So let me even use another pair to give example. Let me use, for example, SRP. SRP USDT. This is Binance. Okay. See this chart here. Let's go to, let's not use 5 minutes. Let's use like more of 1 hour time frame. And then we come here, I click on here and I click this A. You see the chart was like over expanded before, but as soon as I click this A here, it moderated the chart, right? And once I expand here, it zooms in very well. But if I actually remove this L, large and stuff, once I zoom in, it's like this. It's more visible. But if I add it L, see what is going to like this L. I don't know if you see what I'm saying. But I screenshot again and
Yeah, we
click
are
here.
seeing it.
Okay. So this L here, it makes it that whenever I'm zooming, the chart doesn't actually move around too much. And if I use the A function, it moderates my chart. so which gives me more flexibility on my chart. So now assuming that since when we want to be doing our analysis, what we are more focused about is that we want to focus on the current price, like what market is doing at that moment. We don't want to deal with the past events, but then where are we going to get what we should be expecting from the market is from the historical, which is from the past events in the market. So you want to use what has happened previously in the market to determine what's probably going to happen in the futures, right? So now, but you then want to have your focus, right? So for you to do that, you want to go to like higher time frame. For example, here I'm in 1 hour. If I know that I will be taking my trade from 5 minutes, I can actually my higher time frame might be 1 hour. Okay. So now imagine I want to say, okay, I want to draw my trend line. How will I be able to draw a perfect trend line? I want to first use this part two here to even know what is my higher high, what is my higher low, and so on and so forth. So if I have this low here, I want to click on it. And for you to know what's the part two, let me show you. Sorry about that. So if I screenshot this, you guys, it's the one on blue right now, but let me just see screenshot and circle it. So I'll use a visible color. In this case, this is our part two. Can everybody see? So yeah, let me delete this. So now if I pick this part two here and I click here to mark this low, I click on it and I come up here and I click down here. Even before this market actually came here, I won't consider this as my high because we have this high here. Then we have this low here. And then the market move up here. And then the market now move downward here again. Before what's the current price? The current price is around 2.543. So the price is around here now. So if I leave it here now, what will I see? What will I say the trend of this market is right now? The trend of this market is actually from this uh, hourly time frame. We can say this market is still is in an uptrend, right? So if I do it like this, so for me now to get the trend after I've used this part two now, for example, so I want to let me delete this. So what I want to do now is pick my trend line, which is this, and I from here I click on it and I draw it up here to this place, and I click on it. So I can even shift. Then I zoom in my chart now and see what I just did. So from this here, this place to this place, if I draw this trend from down here to up this place, I can say the market is moving in an upward movement, right? Which is the uptrend. So now this is the rough work. So without this part two here, even though I wanted to mark my chart from here, right? Let me zoom in a little bit. From this down here now, that we see that this market did, I can just easily say without using the part two, if I know already how to analyze, I will say, okay, market came up here, but now we are seeing update. I tap from here and I click and I draw it up to where the price is at currently. And I double click on it and I just shift this. And it's an uptrend. So since I know that it's an uptrend now, what other thing can I continue to do from here? So I want to be buying. But if I know that the market is a downtrend, I want to be selling. So in our own case, since we are spot traders, I cannot sell what I don't already own. So I have to buy first before I can sell. So now you have to actually instruct your robot to first buy. So when it's buying now, so you want to be buying when the market is in downtrend. All right. So now you know that the market is going to go upward. All right. So why do I need to analyze? Why do I have to go through all this stress? Because I want to buy as low as possible. I want to buy in the cheaper rate. So the cheaper rate, what do you think the cheaper rate would be here from this price here, from this 2.7 dollar to the current price right now? What do you think will be the better rate from this price chart here? Who can tell me that? Please, do we have anybody in the house who can tell me what's the cheaper price from this range here? Anybody in the house that can tell us what will be the cheaper price from here? Please let's keep the class a little bit interactive. You know why? Because I want to show us something, but for me to like show us with our tool here, I just want to hear what we think will be the cheaper price to like buy from. So from this price chart, even though it's not that visible and a lot of it, because if we see from here, right? If I zoom in my chart very well, we can see SRP actually dropped to this range here, the range of around 1.78. So if we are having our price here, how do you think we are going to analyze the chart and then know that, okay, there's high probability that the price is going to come over there? I'm saying this from the point of view of a person that actually just like not only the spot market, but other markets. And then we have a way in which we predict and we know that, okay, market is actually going to fall from here, combining different tools and stuff like that to make sure that, okay, this is where the price is going to come to. Is there anybody in the house who can? All right, let's move on. So do anybody has question
Check
based on
the
this?
chart. There is on the chart, so check the chart.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know if okay. Zoom. Okay. It's actually saying I should stop recording before I can. No, okay. See, okay. Yeah. 2.6, 1.7, 1.74. Yeah. 1.74, 1.7. That's actually correct. 2.6. For the person who said 2.6, I think 2.6. If the price is around 2.5 right now, 2.6 is not actually a good price to buy from, because if you are buying from 2.6, now imagine the price drops to 2.2 or 1.7, because now let's use the measure 2 here, right? From this actual price here now, and if you move it down to 1.7, you can see the percentage in price difference. Just a second. So uh, yeah. So I want to use like the measure tool. Now this is another tool again that we can use to measure. So let me screenshot and show us. So here from the drawings, if you click on drawings from here, you click on drawings, measure tool, you pick the measure tool, which is you clicking here, drawings, and then click on the measure tool here, and then I move it to the current price. I drag it down to around 1.7 for the person who said 1.7. And this is like 29% down, 29.7%. So now imagine that you can, the price is actually currently at around 2.5321, and you can buy even lower, as low as the market go deep to around 29%. So if you set your margin call to cover 29% dip, you are buying 29% dip, and then the market now flips and comes up. Maybe for example, just it covers back from here. So now you won't be calculating just the fact that your target is maybe up here, right? To the highest high here now that market create here. You won't be calculating just this is around 12.7% if you were targeting that, and you predicted this, but the market went down here around 1.7. This is actually a good thing because what you bought all this low, and now if you recover to this place right now where you bought from, you've made almost 20 something percent. So now imagine that you also even gain up to this place. That is almost, if you add 11% to 29%, you know how many percent is that? So now imagine, do the calculation. If you were trading with $100, this is something to take into consideration. Now imagine you are making uh, almost 40%, right, in return on your investment, which is $100. But for someone who is trading with even bigger amount, bigger capital, now imagine a person who is trading with $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000. That's a lot of money. So for that, for the persons who say 1.7%, that's actually correct. And most of these tools that we are having here, we won't need a lot of them to make our perfect analysis. But since we want to generate our own kind of strategy, right? We'll be teaching some specific strategy that works. But then I want to also hear the view of other people. But there are some people that has like their own strategies that they are already using, in which we can actually work on that and make sure that we perfect that and put the right strategy together to make sure that they have their own solid strategy that will be making them consistent earning. So it doesn't matter if you are like the person who trades price action, or you have a specific strategy. We can actually look into all of them and make sure that every one of us is trading the strategy that works best. But I promise you, here at the team Digital Gold, we have one of the top strategy that works in the market, and you don't want to miss out on that. So saying this, I believe I touched the whole topic that we are supposed to touch today. So to not go out of the scope of studies for this evening, if anybody is having additional questions, so I would love us to ask any question regarding this our topic tonight, so as for us to like touch more of. If I have said anything that we don't understand, or I want me to like repeat, the chat room is actually open, or we can just unmute and Sir Lanzari Tomidosa. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, sir, and
Yes, just wanted to thank you very much anyway for what you have just taught us. It has opened our brain a bit there. Though I think we have to be repeating this type of a classes several times so that we will master it later. What I wanted to ask is that, so when you use the, how do we call it again? The trading view to analyze the way you did it like that, it therefore means we have to set it using a preset price. Is that the aim of it?
yeah, the presets like opening margin calls, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So which means if you analyze it's not like you are buying with market or you want to like so you have to use margin calls. So but for you to know the percentage you have to be like inserting in your the calculation of your margin calls and stuff like that. So if you do your analysis very well, you already pick the coin you want to trade, you pick the right time frame. Now you did your analysis and you know that okay, this market is going to be going uptrend. So now you want to be like using covering the right dip, which means if you did your analysis very well, you will know, okay, this is the amount of pips in our own point. Since we are trading cryptocurrency, it's actually points. If we were to be trading like for example other currencies, they have every price move has the way we call it. In crypto we call it points. So if you were targeting uh so amount of points, which now translate into percentage, so you say okay, this is the percentage I'm targeting with the measure tool I just showed us right now. You can say okay, uh, this is the amount of points that I'm targeting. So now, Tradingview. So you can say, okay, this is the amount of point I'm targeting. So using the these two here, for example. So now you say, okay, I'm targeting from here. All right. So you say, okay, also put this. Okay, I double click on it again. Mm. So you say from here. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, that's it. So for example, you pick from here and you say, okay, this is what I want to be targeting. You see, the market actually moved to this extent before. And you say, okay, since this is the price this is the range I'm targeting. Now from here you can see from the green side up here actually is showing our target. This is the target, right? 0.2905, and it's 11% upside, right? The highest high the market created. So now the stop, right? The stop in the sense that it's not to stop the loss, right? For example, if you were trading with $10, right? And then you wanted to go in and out of a trade, which means you want to make your profit quickly so that you can open another position and target again, right? Or you want to trade another pair. So for you not to be in a floating loss, you want to do this analysis and make sure whenever your robot is trading, it goes in and out fast. So that's why you are doing this. So with these two here, you can have a target. Once you did your analysis very well, you know that the market is going to be going upside. So now you have your target, you have your range. So now with this analysis you did, you can now go and instruct it to your bot. So now imagine that within that same range, the price was moving within the same range for like hours. So if Royal Q sees that opportunity now with a pair that you actually analyze based on news, based on all these factors, you can be capitalizing on that, which is when people hear we traders use the word leverage, they think maybe using no, but in the sense of I see this opportunity, I want to leverage on it. I want to leverage on this opportunity because I know that this pair, I've got good news on it, right? That these so thing is going to happen and it's going to impact this pair. Since I'm seeing this is on my chart. Okay, now I believe this pair is going to go to the upside. So I want to be buying. And if I buy, I know that even though it's going to be dropping from my stop loss target that I put in there, it's not going to drop between this percentage, which means is even though it's going to drop 9%, which is this area here, right? You are targeting that, okay, it's going to drop 9% dip, but it's going to go up 11%. I I indicate the stop dip, the dip with this yellow, and I indicate the what's it called, the target with blue, which is giving us, if you see from here also from the two, it's indicating everything. So it's actually 153 points upward, and then downward it's 147 points downward, and you can see from here amount. So and it's also indicating the quantity of the pair you'll be buying and all of it, and then risk to reward ratio and all of it. We'll come to all of this. And those are actually like crypto terminologies in which I will try my best to provide all these materials that we can study for us to know these terminologies very well. So if anybody has any other question, leader, sure.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Leader Abiola, for
Yeah.
this amazing one. I believe that once we continually do the Zoom and attend the Zoom on technical analysis, we'll start to catch up. So I believe that we do not have any other questions, right? Okay, so before we round up today, I believe I already explained our Zoom. We have Zoom every day now, but before we round up today, we want to do like a giveaway, just a small something to appreciate somebody. But this one will not be asking question. I won't be asking question. I'm going to give it to somebody that I've been noticing on the Zoom. Very, very punctual. The person is very, 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 very. All the Zooms, we've been hosting recently. He's been attending.
Oh, that's
So
massive. Oh. Me myself, I know I have to be always punctual now, so that I might as well have one little bit of
this giveaway is sponsored by an anonymous person. Anyways, I don't know if you are here, but Nandom has been very punctual recently, and he comes very early. Also, not just that he's punctual, he comes very, very early. So after this Zoom, you can message me and we'll send you just a small token. We'll send you like a small token, just $5. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for attending. To all the leaders, leader Tom Dio, I can see leader George here. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for all the members. Also, it's not just to come, especially this technical analysis Zoom. It's not just to be on the Zoom. It's not just to appear on the Zoom. You have to also rewatch it to understand these stuffs. I know it might seem like it is very technical, like it is called, is all over the place, but just take it, bit by bit. If it's one thing, two thing that you learn, then it's fine. Uh Whatever progress you are doing, just make sure you are not staying in the same place. Whether it's small baby steps, it's still progress, and that really adds up. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking our time today to attend this Zoom. And thank you so much, Leader Abiola, for taking out time to um you know teach us. Tomorrow we're
Thank,
having our Zoom. But tomorrow is Saturday, so we're having um network marketing series by 4 p.m. Thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you
thank,
tomorrow. Bye bye.
thanks, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Thanks, you. Bye bye.